Hello, my tubies. Sheila True Love here. And I want to talk about how we are going to have to handle these narcissistic men. I am sitting here watching this show. It's called What If. It's on Netflix. And it's about this man and this woman, how they are so supportive of each other and they have so much faith and trust in each other. And to be honest with you, it is such a beautiful thing. At the same time, this day and age, this is more of a fairy tale than reality. Because I'm thinking, how hard is it 2019, going to be 2020 soon? How hard is it to find a man that you can genuinely trust? And I'm not talking about 100% because according to the Bible, it says not to put your trust in no man. Okay? At the same time, you should have a certain degree of trust that you should be able to allot to a person. Now, this couple in What If, it's so amazing. So I just said to myself, when you think about the type of males, of dudes, I'm going to call them dudes, knickknacks, dusties, that are out here today, you're not going to find this type of thing hardly. I mean, you have like 95% of rotten, low down, dirty guys, and maybe you have 5%, and out of the 5%, 3% of that, they're married. So you may have 2% out there that's worth giving the time of day to. So I'm a person who I don't like to focus on things that I can't control or focus on things that I can't change. I care more about things that I can change and things that I can make different. So, in other words, I don't like to think about just problems. I like to focus on the solution. And unfortunately, the solution for women who are single and because they choose to be single, of course you're single. You have standards, you have morals, you have requirements. So everyone wants someone they can share their life with. And that's understandable. That's why I said women of today, we need to focus more on developing friendships with other women. And maybe you could find a one guy that you could keep as a friend. And I don't mean friend with benefits, just a friend. Like, for instance, if you have a roommate, your roommate could sit there and you get up in the morning and you could say good morning, how are you? You greet each other with a kiss. And I'm not talking about being gay, even though I'm not against people gay. I'm not going to say, I don't have nothing to say against people who are gay. That's between them and God. I'm not God. I'm not Jesus Christ. I don't know what those people have been through in life. I have not walked in their shoes. So I don't like to judge people. I think that's a horrible thing to do because you don't know what difficulties this person has gone through. But anyway, getting back to the point, as women, we're going to have to save each other and we're going to have to take care of each other. That's the way it looks like where this is going. Because if you're not willing to put up with abuse, you're not willing to do the financial heavy lifting, you're not willing to put up with being taken advantage of and manipulated. No, you're not willing to put up with that. So you may be single for a long time or indefinitely. But that's okay because we have each other. We could greet each other. Everyone wants someone to share their life with. We could share our lives with each other. We could send on Valentine's Day. We could send each other Valentines or whatever. When it comes to sex, that's the only thing we don't do together because I don't swing like that. But I like I told you, I have my rabbit, and my rabbit, it's amazing. The ears on my rabbit, and I'm not lying, will put any man's tongue to shame. Believe me. And I think about what about men who have erectile dysfunction? What about all these men who take care of themselves through masturbation because they can't maintain an erection? So they usually have to take care of themselves. But they have a partner that they share their life with. They have a partner that they go to the movies with, share things with, do things with, laugh with, cry with, celebrate things with, the good times, the bad times. They still have their partner companionship. It's just no sex. So that's the way it's going to have to be for women going forward, this day and age. Because the more I look at these couples of today, the only reason a lot of these people are together is because they're willing to have threesomes. They're willing to pass you around. They're willing to cheat and have open relationships. Oh, hell no. No, like I tell everyone, and I'm hoping that the world gets to understand this. My body is sacred. Sex is sacred. That my body and sex is right up there with God and Jesus Christ in that same category around that area, that sacredness. No, I do not let anyone turn me into a public toilet. I'm nobody's public toilet. I'm not a crackhead. I'm not a prostitute. I'm nobody's jump off. No, what have people lost their goddamn mind? No, I'm not going to sit up here and degrade myself or cheapen myself for anyone. Like I recommend to all of my tubies, I can speak for me. I wouldn't even think about having sex with a man before 7 months. Now, most people would say, I would tell them 4 months. Some people would say, don't even think about it before 4 months of us dating. I go 7 because I believe in lucky number 7. That's what I believe in. And if a man can't wait 7 months before we get busy, and I don't believe in sex before marriage, but would I do sex before marriage? Yeah, I kind of would. I would do it maybe 3 times. The first time it was good, it could have been a fluke, a stroke of luck. The second time, well, yeah, that was good the second time. The third time, if it's good, that's it. After that, if you're not talking marriage, sweetheart, this is over. Now, I wouldn't even do it 3 times. I would say the first time it was good, that was a fluke. Second time it's good, yeah, we good. We're compatible. You have to make sure you're compatible. And I think, as long as you don't make a practice out of it, Jehovah God is a very forgiving God. Not that you do things purposely, saying, well, he'll forgive me. At the same time, you want to make sure that you people are compatible. But I'm not even thinking about no sex before 7 months. And when I say 7 months, I'm talking about he has to be taking you out. Let's say your car breaks down and you call him. He's going to be right there to help you out. You need something fixed around the home. He's there to help you out. He's proven that he's a good partner. He takes you out. He knows how to court you. Whatever happened to men courting women? And of course, you want to do things for him. If he needs someone to talk to, you let him bend your ears in. You could be you don't have to charge him for giving him good advice. Like, if you go to a counselor, they're going to have to pay. If you have to be his psychiatrist, you're not going to charge him. You're going to be a good listener. You're going to be a person who do research to come up with solutions for whatever's troubling him. If he wants to, you cook him home cooked meals because he has to make sure of what he's getting too. He wants to make sure that this woman knows how to cook. So, of course, after he takes you out on maybe 1 or 2 dates, then you would definitely cook him a home meal, a nice home cooked meal for maybe once or twice, Let him see you could cook your behind off. Let him see how clean your home is, how organized your home is. Let him see how smart you are, how much common sense you have because you make wise decisions. Let him see how wise you are because you don't tolerate foolishness. You have boundaries and they will not be crossed. If they cross your boundaries, you have to bring this to their attention immediately. And if they repeat this or make a habit out of it, then you have to dead him. Be willing and prepared to walk away. No. Why? We don't have to put up with this crazy nonsense out here. I know I'm not. I'm not doing it. You get yourself 3 good girlfriends and maybe 1 guy friend or whatever. You have a movie buddy that you go to the movies with, you do things with. And when it comes to companionship, we have FaceTime. Like me and my girlfriend, Teresa, when we want to watch a movie together, we do FaceTime and we talk on the commercials. But we're both in the same, it's the same room when you're doing FaceTime. It's the same damn thing. And sometime when you want to have dinner, like I have a friend, he's all the way in Massachusetts. His name is Gregory. Yeah, Gregory. And we say dinner is at 7. So at 7 o'clock, I sit at my table in the kitchen. He's sitting at the table in his kitchen. I even have candlelight going, and we're doing FaceTime, having dinner together. It's the same thing as if you were at a restaurant sitting opposite of each other. It's the same goddamn thing. You're going to do what at the restaurant? You're going to sit there, you're going to look at each other, you're going to talk. That's the same thing you're doing with FaceTime. You bring the people right into your home. So the point of this video is I'm looking at the movies that they have this day and age, the type of relationships that I see these people in. Everybody's sleeping with everybody. Nobody has any morals. There's no decency. Men, you do certain type of sex with these men, and they lose all respect for you. That's why I'm telling women, yo, I'm trying to let you know. I'm not letting no man use me in every hole that I have. No man is busting in my mouth, because all the women that I see doing these things, the man still cheats on them. She's doing all of this, thinking that's what's going to keep him faithful. But guess what, my tubies? He still cheats on her. But the difference is, if they cheat on a woman like me, at least they still have respect for me. Like, I don't know if you heard my other videos where I got these clowns sitting up here begging to take me out. They're begging to get me back. They still have respect for Sheila Truelove. But when you sit up here and let a man do any and everything, he just wants, first of all, a lot of them are just testing you. You know what I'm saying? They're testing you to see how much will you let them get away with. No, they know with Sheila Truelove, you want oral sex, we will be, if you want to go from A to Z, you know what I mean by A to Z, you will be putting on one of those oral condoms. Strawberry is one of my favorites. You know what I mean? You need a little help getting, keeping that. They got cartoon porno. I don't believe in all that porno with live humans. They have cartoons out here that could serve the same purpose without having to support other people degrading themselves and cheapening themselves. So I'm trying to say, the point I'm trying to convey is, I'm not going to sit up here and let nobody degrade me or cheapen me or no, I'm not doing it. You have a lot of jackals in this world, jackals. And when I say jackals, a jackal is like a wild dog that feed off of others. That's what these things are out here, narcissists as we know them. Jackals. They feed off of you so that they could stay stronger. They do everything to try to make you feel stupid and try to make you feel powerless. You cannot let people do this to you. You have got to know your worth. See yourself the way I see myself. I see myself the way Jehovah God sees me, how Jesus Christ sees me. I think God and Christ sees me as a person who has an honest heart. And then you have people in this world, they have a very dishonest heart. That's only two type of people in this world. And God loves all those people who have an honest heart. They want the truth. They live the truth. They're looking for the truth. But in closing, the more I watch these shows and the more I'm looking at life, real life, women, we have got to stop looking for the fairy tale. That fairy tale is exactly that, a fairy tale. We live in reality here, baby. Anyway, I love you, and I wanted to share this with you. This is Sheila Truelove, as you know, always loving you and looking out for your best interest. Until next time, don't forget, you always have a choice. Please, my darlings, please choose wisely. I love you.